Welcome back to the Capibaras English podcast, everyone. I am Miss Capibara, your language thought partner and coach, and today we are tackling a topic that is literally a matter of health. We are going to the pharmacy. Now, I'm looking at my dear friend Mr. Capi today, and oh my. Mr. Capi, you look like you've been through a storm. Your nose is red, your eyes are watery, and you're carrying a box of tissues like it's your best friend. What happened?
Achoo! Oh, Miss Capibara, please don't look at me. I am a disaster. I think the changing weather finally caught up with me. I woke up with a head that feels like it's full of cotton, a nose that won't stop running, and a throat that feels like I've been eating sandpaper. I wanted to go to the pharmacy this morning, but I stood outside the door for 10 minutes and then walked away. I realized I didn't know how to say tengo moquera or me pican los ojos without sounding like a crazy person. I have the pharmacy panic, and it's making my headache even worse.
Oh, Mr. Capi, the pharmacy panic is so real. It's one thing to order a coffee, but it's another thing to describe your bodily fluids and pains to a stranger in a white coat. You feel like you need a medical degree just to buy some cold medicine. But here is the good news. Pharmacists are trained to listen to simple descriptions. You don't need big Latin words, you just need the symptom script. Today, we are going to teach you and our listeners exactly how to describe what's wrong, how to ask for a recommendation, and how to understand those confusing instructions on the back of the box.
I need that script! I was literally going to try to act out my symptoms like a game of charades. I was going to point at my nose and make shushing noises. That's not a good way to get medicine. Where do we start? When I walk into the pharmacy, what's the first thing I should say to get the pharmacist's attention?
The first thing is to know who you are talking to. In the US, we say pharmacy and pharmacist. In the UK, you might hear chemist. When you walk up to the counter, you want to be direct but polite. I always start with, "Hi, I'm not feeling very well. Could you help me find something for my symptoms?" This is the perfect universal opener. It tells them you need help and you are ready to describe your problems. Let's practice that, Mr. Capi. Imagine you're at the counter right now.
Hi, I'm not feeling very well. Could you help me find something for my symptoms? Hi, I'm not feeling very well. Could you help me find something for my symptoms? Hi, I'm not feeling very well. Could you help me find something for my symptoms?
Excellent. Now the pharmacist is going to ask, "What are your symptoms?" or "How can I help you?" This is where we need the ache and pain vocabulary. In English, we have a very easy rule for many body parts. You just add ache to the end. Headache, stomachache, backache, earache. Let's practice your first symptom. You said your head feels heavy. I say, "I have a really bad headache and some sinus pressure." Repeat that for me.
I have a really bad headache and some sinus pressure. I have a headache and some sinus pressure. I have a headache and some sinus pressure.
Very good. Now let's talk about that nose of yours. If it's constantly leaking, we call it a runny nose. If it's blocked and you can't breathe, we call it a stuffy nose or congestion. Since you have both, you can say, "My nose is very stuffy and I have a bit of a runny nose as well." Let's practice those two key words, stuffy and runny.
My nose is very stuffy, and I have a runny nose. My nose is very stuffy, and I have a runny nose. My nose is very stuffy.
Now, what if your eyes are red and they feel like they want to be scratched? We use the word itchy. This is very common with allergies. I say, my eyes are very itchy and watery. Repeat that 3 times.
My eyes are very itchy and watery. My eyes are very itchy and watery. My eyes are very itchy and watery.
Perfect. Now you have described the symptoms. Now you need a recommendation. You don't want to just grab a random box. You want the expert's opinion. I use this phrase. What do you recommend for these symptoms? Is there something over the counter I can take? That phrase, over the counter, means medicine you can buy without a doctor's note. Practice that one.
What do you recommend? Is there something over the counter I can take? What do you recommend? Is there something over the counter I can take? What do you recommend? Is there something over the counter I can take?
Now, the pharmacist will show you a box, but you need to be careful. Some medicines make you feel like a zombie. They make you very sleepy. The word for this is drowsy. If you have to work or drive, you want non-drowsy medicine. I always ask, will this make me drowsy? I need something non-drowsy if possible. Try that.
I definitely don't want to sleep all day. Will this make me drowsy? I need something non-drowsy. Will this make me drowsy? I need something non-drowsy. Will this make me drowsy? I need something non-drowsy.
Very important. Now let's talk about the instructions. This is where the real panic happens. The box has a lot of small text. You need to ask the pharmacist to clarify. I ask 2 main things, how much and when. I say, how many times a day should I take this and do I need to take it with food? This is the safety double check. Practice it.
How many times a day should I take this? Do I need to take it with food? How many times a day should I take this? Do I need to take it with food? How many times a day should I take this? Do I need to take it with food?
Now you are really communicating. But let's imagine a different situation. What if you have a skin problem? Maybe a red mark that itches. The word for that is a rash. You can say, I've developed a bit of a rash on my arm and it's very itchy. Do you have a cream for this? Let's practice rash.
I've developed a rash on my arm. Do you have a cream for this? I've developed a rash on my arm. Do you have a cream for this? I've developed a rash on my arm. Do you have a cream for this?
Now let's go to the pain scale. Sometimes the pharmacist will ask, how bad is the pain? You can describe it as mild, a little, moderate, medium, or severe. I say, the pain is quite severe, especially when I move. Personally using severe.
The pain is quite severe. The pain is quite severe. The pain is quite severe.
Now let's talk about the final step, the warning. Sometimes a medicine isn't right for you if you are taking other things. I always ask, is it safe to take this with other medications? This is a very smart thing to ask. Try it.
Is it safe to take this with other medications? Is it safe to take this with other medications? Is it safe to take this with other medications?
Mr. Capi, you have just mastered the pharmacy. You can describe your head, your nose, your throat, your eyes, and even a rash. You know how to ask for non-drowsy medicine and how to check the instructions. How do you feel? Do you feel like you can walk into that chemist or pharmacy now?
I actually feel much better. Just having the word stuffy and runny makes me feel more in control.
That's the spirit. Go get that medicine, Mr. Capi. And to all our listeners, that is your mission for this week. Go to your medicine cabinet at home, look at a bottle, and try to describe what it's for in English. This is for a stomach ache. This is for a fever. Practice the sounds. Bite the bullet.
Bite the bullet. Thank you so much for joining us on the Capibaras English podcast. If this episode helped you feel less panicked about your health in English, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and leave a comment. We want to know, what is the hardest symptom for you to explain in English?
Yes, let us know and we might feature it in a future episode. And speaking of the future, don't miss next week's episode. We're going from the pharmacy to the clouds. Our next topic is the English airport, how to navigate delays, gates, and lost luggage. Because traveling is fun, but only if you know where you're going.
Achoo! Oh boy, the airport. I'll definitely need my medicine for that one. Thank you, Ms. Capibara. Have a healthy and happy day, everyone.
See you next time. Stay healthy and keep practicing.
Bye-bye. Does this medicine come in cherry flavor?